Holden's
At Moonee Valley Harness Racing last night, and in the first event, the 7 o'clock stakes, the favourite was Satan Romeo at 9-4.
As they run towards the 400, Satan Romeo leads only by a head to the Supreme Ruler. 2 metres away, Tis a Miss. Then came Son of Vic, Marin King and Colt Sebers out deep, making some ground. But they run past the 250 and the leader, Satan Romeo, got away. The Supreme Ruler's gone. Then Tis a Miss getting to second. Son of Vic under pressure. And Colt Sebers the outside. It's Satan Romeo in front, but Tis a Miss grabs him on the outside. Tis a Miss race to the front from Satan Romeo. Colt Sebers further back, but Tis a Miss in front near home. And Tis a Miss wins it by a metre to Satan Romeo. 10 or 12 away, third Colt Sebers.
Quite a comfortable win to Tis a Miss in the opening race at 4s from the 9-4 favourite Satan Romeo. Colt Sebers third at 5s. In the Paladin Stakes race 2, the favourite here Wilbur win at even money.
Away they go. And Flying Future began quickly. Key Marty's away all right with Moonee Minor. Shy Type easing to get a sit. Parlour Royal caught a bit deep. Snowbird goes up on the inside from Rocky Apollo at your service and 4 metres to Wilbur Win at the rear. Moonee Minor shot through on the inside and led Flying Future, who steadies. Key Marty's on its back. Shy Type working forward 3 deep. Snowbird on the leader's back at the moment. A line of 3 behind Moonee Minor. 4 metres to at your service. Key Marty eased to the outside of it. Out deeper is Rocky Apollo. Parlour Royal out 3 deep. And 4 or 5 metres to Wilbur Win at the tail. Into the straight they come, and the leader with a bit over 2 laps to go was Moonee Minor by 2 metres to Shy Type. Snowbird is third, 1-1 Flying Future. Parlour Royal, he's got no option but to go forward on it. Then Key Marty, moving up on the inside next was At Your Service. 4 metres away then Rocky Apollo and 4 metres to Wilbur Win last of all. Moonee Minor led out of the straight by a metre. Parlour Royal now gets to within a metre of the leader and is taking it on for the lead, and it crosses now Parlour Royal. It didn't work all that hard either, I don't think, to get there, and Parlour Royal into the back leads 4 metres to Moonee Minor. 3 metres Shy Type, 2 metres back on the fence Snowbird, then Flying Future. The inside is At Your Service. A metre or so then to Key Marty, 6 metres Rocky Apollo, and 8 metres last of all is Wilbur Win. They go over past the 1400, and the leader Parlour Royal by a sulky's length to Moonee Minor, and a neck the outside Shy Type, who's doing a bit of work. In the 1-1 Flying Future, the inside is Snowbird. 3 back the outer came Key Marty. A metre back the fence was At Your Service. 2 metres away Rocky Apollo to the outside, and 6 metres Wilbur Win still last of all. As they run past the 1100, the leader was still Parlour Royal by a metre. Shy Type is second. Moonee Minor locked up third. Flying Future's had a nice run on its back. Key Marty, Snowbird the fence. Then came Rocky Apollo At Your Service, and still 4 or 5 metres last of all as Wilbur Win. In the straight, 950 out. Parlour Royal by 2 metres to Shy Type. Third on the fence, Moonee Minor. There's no change. Flying Future pulling a bit next. 3 back the fence is Snowbird. A metre the outside of it, Key Marty. On its back in turn was Rocky Apollo. At Your Service the inside. And 4 metres to Wilbur Win racing solo. 1 off the fence as they go past the 800. And he's about to go on Wilbur Win at the rear. Parlour Royal leads into the back of the 750 by 2 metres. 2 seconds Shy Type. In third place, Moonee Minor. Wilbur Win to the outside. He's not going to get locked up tonight. Flying Future there. On the back of Wilbur Win came Rocky Apollo. Snowbird hopelessly locked away. So too now is Key Marty. And 4 metres to At Your Service as they go to the 400. The leader Parlour Royal by a metre to Shy Type. Moonee Minor going all right. Locked up. Wilbur Win out 3 deep. In the centre came Flying Future. Rocky Apollo 3 wide. Key Marty locked away from Snowbird the fence and At Your Service. He's got them well and truly stacked up. Lang on Parlour Royal on the corner. It leads by a metre to Shy Type under extreme pressure. Wilbur Win the outside, starting to run home. Then Rocky Apollo deeper out. Moonee Minor can't get out. Parlour Royal shaken up. Wilbur Win racing to him. Parlour Royal in front. Wilbur Win can't pick him up. Moonee Minor the inside, but Parlour Royal wins it by 2 metres to Moonee Minor and knows Wilbur Win. Then Rocky Apollo. Flying Future didn't get out. The outside was Shy Type, rather Key Marty, with Snowbird At Your Service, and Shy Type has run last.
Yes, Parlour Royal 13-4 taking out race 2 from a dead heat for second between Moonee Minor at 10s. Wilbur Win actually was the 9-4 equal favourite, and the unplaced equal favourite Shy Type in the second. In the third, the only favourite home for the night, the Citadel Stakes, Bella's Bird at 10-9.
Area 1. And galloping his way, Hemo 2, Cebu and Bella's Bird, both away quickly. Weirborn being driven with the whip, trying to hold them out. At the moment is successful. Behind those runners, Walcott, Hanover, a line of 3 off the back. Then goes up on the inside Flame and Spark from Majestic Jester. Mr. Organiser balanced and moving forward along the inside, about 10 to Carl Thomas. And last of all is Waihemo. Bella's Bird and Weir Burn together as they come around the corner. 4 metres Sabu, who eases now to get the trail, and Bella's Bird's in search of the lead. Mr. Organiser, after missing the start, has booted up on the inside, and Bella's Bird now gets to the front. He puts the brakes on Weirborn. In fourth place Sabu, then 4 metres Flame and Spark. Behind it Majestic Jester on the outside of Carl Thomas. A sulky's length Waihemo and Walcott Hanover. Well, it began all right, but something must have gone wrong down the back. It's last and going up on the rails. Into the back they go, short of 2 laps to travel, and the leader Bella's Bird by a bit over a sulky's length to Weirborn. Mr. Organiser the fence. Sabu is now left without cover, working. Then Flame and Spark on its back. A metre back on the inside came Carl Thomas as Majestic Jester goes forward. Then 2 metres to Waihemo, and last of all Walcott Hanover. Bella's Bird leads now at the 14.50 by 4 metres to Weirborn. Majestic Jester 3 wide. Sabu now getting a cover up again in the 1-1 as Majestic Jester works to the leader's wheel. Flame and Spark 3 back the outside. Waihemo on its back. Carl Thomas the rails, and a sulky's length off last of all is Walcott Hanover. Past the 1300, Bella's Bird by 2 metres. Majestic Jester 2 metres third is Weirborn. 1-1 a metre or so away Sabu. 3 back the fence Mr. Organiser. The outside Flame and Spark. 4 metres Carl Thomas, who's shut up on the inside of Waihemo, and last of all is Walcott Hanover. Around the turn for the bell, and the leader was still Bella's Bird by 3 metres Majestic Jester. Weirborn locked away third. Sabu getting a nice trail that last lap and a half. In fifth place Mr. Organiser locked up 2 metres to Flame and Spark. Then Waihemo outside Carl Thomas, and still last of all is Walcott Hanover. They work past the judge, 8.50 out. Bella's Bird on top, leading by 3 metres Majestic Jester. It's worked pretty hard mid-stages. Weirborn going all right on the leader's back. Sabu 1-1 a sulky's length away. Mr. Organiser pulling the rails. Then Flame and Spark about to come out, followed by Carl Thomas. A metre Waihemo, and last of all is Walcott Hanover. Along the back past the 5.50, Bella's Bird by 3 metres. In second place Majestic Jester. Sabu to the outside. Weirborn still can't get out. Majestic Jester's got it locked away. Mr. Organiser gets one off the fence. Then Flame and Spark. They've dropped the others off. At the 400, Bella's Bird by a metre. Over on the outside, Sabu gets to second. Majestic Jester struggling. Weirborn still there on the fence. Mr. Organiser to the outside, and then Flame and Spark. Bella's Bird at the 200. Clear by 2 metres. Sabu the outside, running home strongly. Then came Mr. Organiser. Bella's Bird in front in the straight. Sabu the outside is racing to it quickly now. Bella's Bird still in front. Sabu can't reach it at the moment. Mr. Organiser, Bella's Bird pulling out plenty, and Bella's Bird too good. Wins it 2.5 to Sabu, every chance. Third came Mr. Organiser, a huge run. Then Majestic Jester, Flame and Spark. Weirborn didn't run on. Well back in the field, Waihemo. Second last, Carl Thomas, and burnt right off Walcott Hanover.
Brian Blackmore, your commentator at Moonee Valley. Bella's Bird 10-9 favourite, holding on to beat Sabu at 7-4, with Mr. Organiser running home well third at 8-1. In race 4, the Cavalcade Stakes, the favourite here, Victory Stride at 2-1.
Away they go. And the Kenton Bird and Victory Stride first out with the dark ones. Victory Stride's not going to lead. Wider out is Scat trying to get a position. Spider George on the inside. Then came Ten Noir. Well back in the field, how's that lady? Scat on the outside of it from Cam's Joy, and Hokum last of all. Kenton Bird leads off the back by 4 metres. Victory Stride is left without cover. The dark one's on the fence. Now Kenton Bird's stablemate Ten Noir gets into the 1-1. 4 or 5 metres Spider George. How's that lady on the inside? 4 metres to Scat. Then Cam's Joy, and last of all is Hokum. Around the corner, they're going at an even bat. The leader Kenton Bird by 3 metres to Victory Stride. Third over on the fence came to dark ones. 4 metres away Ten Noir. 3 back the outside is Spider George on the fence. How's that lady? Scatters behind Spider George, going up on the inside Cam's Joy, and 12 or 15 metres off last of all is Hokum. They go past the judge, short of 2 laps to travel. The leader Kenton Bird by 3 metres to Victory Stride. The dark one's the fence. Ten Noir is 1-1, and a neck back on the inside of it. How's that lady? 2 or 3 metres Spider George, the outside of Cam's Joy. 2 metres to Scat, and 10 metres last of all is Hokum. Along the back section of the track they travel now, 1600 out, and the leader Kenton Bird 4 metres to Victory Stride, sitting up second without cover. On his inside is the dark ones. Ten Noir is fourth. A metre back on the inside is Kenton. Behind it, how's that lady? 2 metres Spider George. Then Cam's Joy the fence. The outside Scat second last, and creeping closer Hokum last of all as they leave the 1300 astern. It's Kenton Bird leading around the corner by 4 metres still to Victory Stride, and ahead the inside is the dark ones. 4 metres away Ten Noir. How's that That Lady the fence. Then 4 or 5 to Spider George, the inside Cam's Joy. Scatters second last, and still last of all is Hokum. In the straight they come now with about 9.50 left to travel. And the leader, Kenton Bird, has been left alone in front by 2 metres to Victory Stride. And the leader being tapped up. Victory Stride gets a bit closer. Third on the fence to Dark Ones, 2 metres to Tenoir. How's That Lady pocketed? Spider George the outside, on its back Scat. Cam's Joy moved up on the fence, and still last of all is Hokum. Inside the 800, Kenton Bird, and the pace quickens here considerably. Leads by 2 or 3 metres to Victory Stride. The Dark One's third. 4 metres away Tenoir. Then the inside, How's That Lady? Behind it, Spider George. Well back Scat. Cam's Joy the inside, and Hokum still last of all. At the 450, the leader was Kenton Bird by 2 metres to Victory Stride, who's grinding away on the outside. The Dark Ones has had a beautiful run, but it's shut up here from Tenoir. Now Spider George comes out. Deeper out on the track is Scat. Hokum is still last, and locked up as How's That Lady as they come to the corner inside the 300. The leader, Kenton Bird, by a neck, now ahead only to Victory Stride. Tenoir comes out. The Dark Ones can't get a crack at them. Wider out, Scat, Spider George. Victory Stride hit the front in the straight. Tenoir the outside, and Kenton Bird fighting back. It's Victory Stride in the centre getting to the front. Tenoir the outside is the danger. Tenoir gets to Victory Stride. Here's Cam's Joy flying. Tenoir in front, a boil over. Tenoir won it by 2 metres. 2 Cam's Joy, and Victory Stride shied before the line. Then to Dark One's Hokum. Kenton Bird next from How's That Lady, Spider George, and Scat was last in.
Tenoir coming with a late sprint at 16 to 1 to beat Cam's Joy at 10s, and Victory Stride the 2 to 1 favourite. We'll be back with the remainder of last night's harness racing program from Moonee Valley in just a moment. Moonee Valley last night, and race 5 was the Paladin Stakes, and here Vanderpoort, a place getter in the Inter-Dominion final at Albion Park in Brisbane this year after a brilliant performance against Bag Limit last week, was sent out the popular pick at 2 to 1 on.
There they go. And eased out at the start, Thorlo Bell. I'm a Threat's begun brilliantly and is going to try and lead. Away quickly too was Gosh. It's Frederick Steadies. Wider out is Vanderpoort, caught out 4 deep and going forward. Adios Moth goes to 4th. Then Umbro Gold a bit wide on the track, dropping out Springfield Raja, Thorlo Bell. I'm a Threat leads coming off the back by 6 metres. In second place, it's Frederick Gosh, and Vanderpoort out 3 deep, working forward. 4 metres to Adios Moth, Thorlo Bell on the inside. A line of 4 there. Thorlo Bell, Springfield Raja, Flying Looney, and Umbro Gold now tails out to the rear. Well, Vanderpoort's having to work pretty hard here, where I'm a Threat leads at the judge with 2 laps to go. Vanderpoort now gets to second, 4 metres away without cover. As is customary, it's Frederick on the leader's back now. Gosh gets the 1-1 sit. It's 2 metres away on its back. Adios Moth. Thorlo Bell boots up on the fence. Springfield Raja is third last. The last 3 solo off the rails. Behind Springfield Raja is Flying Looney and Umbro Gold last of all. I'm a Threat leads into the back by 4 metres. Vanderpoort second, and neck on the inside it's Frederick. 2 metres to Gosh. Then back on the inside came Thorlo Bell. Ahead the outside of it, Adios Moth. 4 metres to Springfield Raja, Flying Looney, and still Umbro Gold is last of all. I'm a Threat leads past the 1350 by 3 metres to Vanderpoort, and a metre back third it's Frederick. 2 metres to Gosh. Adios Moth behind it. Thorlo Bell the fence. 4 metres Springfield Raja. Then Flying Looney, and still last of all is Umbro Gold. 1200 out, and the leader I'm a Threat by 2 metres to Vanderpoort. 2 metres it's Frederick third on the leader's back. A metre to Gosh, 1-1 on its back. In turn came Adios Moth, the inside Thorlo Bell. 4 metres to Springfield Raja. A sulky's length Flying Looney, and still last is Umbro Gold as they enter the straight for the bell. The leader I'm a Threat in the straight, 950 out, leading by 2 metres to Vanderpoort. Third Gosh on the outside of it's Frederick. Adios Moth. On the inside, tucked away, Thorlo Bell. Still 4 metres, Springfield Raja. Second last, Flying Looney, and Umbro Gold last. Past the judge, 850 out. I'm a Threat. Vanderpoort getting close. There's only a metre or so away. Third, it's Frederick, and Gosh enjoying that nice sit. Adios Moth's been handy throughout. Thorlo Bell the fence. 4 metres, Springfield Raja. Flying Looney, and still last of all is Umbro Gold. Into the back, 600 out. I'm a Threat by 2 metres. Vanderpoort second. Third third on the inside. It's Frederick held up. The outer came Gosh, then Adios Moth, Thorlo Bell, and well back in the field came Springfield Raja, Flying Looney, Armbro Gold. As they work towards the 400, I'm a Threat still by a metre or so. To Vanderpoort shaken up. It's Frederick still locked away. Gosh hasn't gone yet, but he's under pressure. Adios Moth comes out, and then Thorlo Bell. I'm a Threat though at the 220 still leads by 2 metres to Vanderpoort. It's Frederick held up. The outside Gosh, Adios Moth around the corner. I'm a Threat in front. Vanderpoort the outside, can't pick him up at the moment. Then came Gosh. It's I'm a Threat in front. Vanderpoort is trying hard. It's I'm a Threat. It's Frederick getting up on the inside. It's I'm a Threat in front though. I'm a Threat. Won it by a metre. Oh, good horse, I'm a Threat. It's Frederick second. Vanderpoort. Well, it weakened to run third from Gosh, Adios Moth. Then Flying Looney, Thorlo Bell, Springfield Raja, and Armbro Gold's run last.
Yes, I'm a Threat 9-2, just too good for It's Frederick at 6-1. Vanderpoort weakened in the last bit, as Brian Blakemore said, but it will strip a fitter horse next time. It was third at 2's on. In race 6, the Spectrum Stakes, the favourite Our True Speed at 10-9.
350 out and Our True Speed, and they increase the tempo, almost joined by Lasting Impression, 4 metres Quell Chevelle, who's about to come out 3 deep, and then came Implicate, still locked away from Jacaba. Our True Speed, he's sitting quietly as they turn. Lasting Impression the outside, then came Implicate, and behind them Quell Chevelle. Our True Speed is pulling out plenty. Here's Jacaba flying home. Our True Speed in front, Jacaba grabbing it. Our True Speed in front near home. Oh, it's close, nearly a dead heat. Jacaba the outside and Our True Speed. Third, either Implicate, Lasting Impression or Quell Chevelle.
Jacaba got up in the last stride at 4s to beat the favourite Our True Speed 10-9 and Lasting Impression 7-2. In the Triumph Stakes race 7, the favourite Stand in Line at 7-4.
One Happy Fellow, Kentucky George struggling, and then Stand in Line, but Tortuga Kate with that miracle run at the 250 got away 3 metres clear of Dark Reflection. Then came Bobber Girl, One Happy Fellow to the outside, Honourable Sir, and then Kentucky George around the turn. Tortuga Kate in front of Bobber Girl, Dark Reflection, One Happy Fellow. Then came Kentucky George. It's Tortuga Kate in front of Bobber Girl, One Happy Fella, and Dark Reflection running home. But Tortuga Kate is too good, and Tortuga Kate wins it by 5 metres. Second placing in the race, Bobber Girl. Third, One Happy Fella now.
Tortuga Kate 8's, One Happy Fella got up to run second at 12's. Bobber Girl at 7-2. Stand in Line, the favourite, ran fourth at 7-4. In race 8, the Trot Minnesota Fat's the favourite at 7-4.
Tammy Report's going nicely, but it can't get out. Spitfire Lady 3 deep. In the centre, our Sylvania, Elfetta out deeper on the track. Take a shot, can't get a crack at them. Then Blackwood Mac and Deluxe Lad looking hopeless, but on the turn, Minnesota Fat shaken up. Leads by a metre, One Gala Supreme. Tammy Report climbing over their heads. Then came our Sylvania into the clear. One Gala Supreme's got the Minnesota Fats. Tammy Report can't get out. It gallops. Our Sylvania coming at the pair. One Gala Supreme in front though, and One Gala Supreme by a metre to our Sylvania. Minnesota Fats third.
Well, that wasn't the one of the Conroy stable that was fancied, but it got up. Wongala Supreme at 20s from our Sylvania 20s, and Minnesota Fats the favourite third at 7-4. And in the last event, which was called the Lucky Last, Urunpunji Lass the favourite at 7-4.
At the 400, Urunpunji Lass 2 metres clear of Aztec Monarch. Avant-Garde still can't get out. Around the outside, Asian Johnny and Lockwood Road coming quickly. And behind them, Mount Rainier with nowhere to go from Calafilla. On the turn, Urunpunji Lass in front. Lockwood Road out wide on the track, sweeps up to second. Then Asian Johnny battling on it, Urunpunji Lass. Lockwood Road, the outsiders grabbing it quickly. Indigo Duke down the outside, Calafilla. Lockwood Road in front. Lockley Navajo getting a split. That's Lockwood Road in front. Lockley Navajo second. 2 metres away. Indigo Duke third.
Lockwood Road at 3-1, taking out the last from Lockley Navajo 12s, Indigo Duke at 20s, Urunpunji Lass the favourite unplaced at 7-4. Last night's doubles from the Valley, daily on 6 and 5, $11.65. The extra double 8 and 4, $59.85, and the quadrella on 8, 6, 4 and 5, $1,925.10. And that was our look at harness racing at Moonee Valley last night, and that's all we have time for this morning. Of course, World of Sport coming up, and we'll be talking with the newly appointed VFL Commissioner, Mr. Ross Oakley, in World of Sport. So stay with us, all the footy news, of course, and in fact all the news from the world of sport. And then from the Lakeside Oval this afternoon at about 2:15, the clash between Footscray and Melbourne. So a big day of sport coming up, and we sincerely hope that you can stay with us. Thanks for joining us this morning. All my gear from Opal Southland. We'll see you next week.
World of Sport Replay was another 7 Sport presentation.
Ryan Mayfield.